Hi everybody, welcome back to our Worship and Wonder Room. Just like the place where you are, we know that this is a special place to be with God. A place where we talk to God, listen to God. It's a place where we tell the stories of God. It's a place where we try to relax and remember that we don't have to hurry because we have all the time we need. So I want to greet you by saying, may God's peace be with you all. And then your response is, and also with you. So today is the 16th Sunday after Pentecost. So Pentecost was way back in May. That's our red Sunday down at the bottom of our calendar. And we are all the way on the 16th green Sunday into our, it's kind of like a growing time of the year. It's green. So if you have a candle, a Christ candle at home that you use, maybe even a battery operated one you can just turn on, that would be great. Or you can just enjoy this one with me. And we light our candle every time we get together because it reminds us that Christ is always with us. Whenever we get together, especially when we get together to hear the stories of God. And lighting our candle is one of the ways we get ready to hear our story. Another thing we do is get our bodies ready. So last week we talked about some ways to make our bodies quiet. You can close your eyes. You can take some deep breaths. You can feel your body getting still and quiet. And then we'll sing Be Still and Know, which is words from the Bible. And you can kind of imagine that God is saying these words to us as we sing. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. So when we sing that song together, we know it's time to hear one of God's stories. So I'm going to read today's story out of the Bible first. So this is our Bible. We find all of our stories in the Bible. And this one is right at the beginning. It's in the book of Genesis, chapter 1. And I'm just going to read the first 5 verses. In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth was a formless void, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while a wind from God swept over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness God called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that story. So I will move our candle to the side because we kind of need a lot of space for this story. What are some of the biggest gifts you have ever received? Can you think of something big that you've received as a gift? I think one of the biggest gifts I ever got was a bike. That was pretty big for me. What have you gotten that's really big? Well, today's story is about the biggest gift ever. It's a gift that is so big that it's hard to see. It's hard to even realize it is a gift because it's around us all the time. But if we go back to the beginning, we can learn about this biggest gift ever. And it's actually just before the beginning. It's a long ways back. In the beginning, there was nothing except God and maybe a great big huge smile. And on the first day, God created light. And I don't mean light like you can turn on the light switch in your bedroom or in the bathroom. And I don't even mean light like the big light in the sky or the light at nighttime in the sky. I mean light, all of light. Whatever is in light that makes it light, that's what God created on the first day. And when God saw the light, God said, "It is very good." On the second day, God created water. And again, it's not like the water in a glass that you got out of the faucet, or the water in the bathtub, or even the water that comes down out of the sky. This is like all the water everywhere. And whatever is in the water that makes it water, that's what God created on the second day. And God saw the water, and God said, "It is very good." On the third day, God created the dry land and the green growing things. And I mean all the dry land and all the green growing things. And when God saw the dry land and the green growing things, God said that they were both very good. On the fourth day, God created the great lights. The great light that ruled the day and the great light that ruled the night. And God saw the great light, and God said, "They are very good." On the fifth day, God created the fish that swim in the ocean and the birds that fly in the air. And God saw the fish and the birds, and God said, "They are very good." On the sixth day, God created the animals and the people. All the animals. And God said, looked at the animals and the people and said, "They are very good." On the seventh day, God rested. God created one day that lives just to remember the gifts of all the other days. Because God looked at all of these gifts, all of the things that God had created on the other days, and said, it is all very good. And so on the seventh day, that is set aside as a special day for us to find a special place to enjoy and thank God for the gifts of all the other days. So I wonder if you have a special place where you like to enjoy the gifts of God's creation and thank God for all of those big, big, wonderful gifts. And I wonder if you might like to draw a picture of your special place, or draw a picture of any of the gifts, the big gifts of God's creation. Now I'm going to change the light to remind us that the light that was in one place and one time can now be in all places, at all times, wherever we go and whatever we do. Amen.